Don't let the weather deceive you. It is cold out. It was 12 degrees this morning. I've been feeding the wood burner, trying to get the temperature up in here. If my wife was still here with me, she'd be sputtering. It's cold in here. How we got to get it warmer. I ran the furnace for a little while this morning, but that uses propane and that's expensive. So, uh, yeah, when it's cold like this, it's hard to keep the house warm. But I mean, normally I don't have a problem, but today I don't know why. I got it up to maybe 66 degrees indoors, which isn't bad. I mean, I'm comfortable, but usually we're used to keeping it up more around 68, 60, 69, 70 degrees in here. So 66 is just a little, you got to wear a jacket or a nice heavy flannel. What's happening, cats? I've been going over these. These are gift cards. Now, I went through my wife's purse. Only time in my life where I am legally allowed to go through my wife's purse. She's not around anymore, so I'm the only guy left to do it. And she had all these gift cards. Every Christmas, only thing she wanted was gift cards. So, I'd get her these gift cards. And I have given some to my daughter, some to my stepdaughter, some to my daughter-in-law, but I still have these other odd ones left here that I've got. And so I took some of them and I went to the store. Now there are odd places I normally wouldn't go to, like Marshalls, or TJ Maxx, those kind of stores. So I went to the TJ Maxx store, and there was only like $15 on there. Well, I ended up buying this cool knife sharpener. It's got the for sharpening scissors over here, but then it's got a series of three different. This first notch takes the burrs off. This is like a diamond sharpener here, and then that's like a real fine honing stone that puts the edge on it. So I've used it on some of my kitchen knives, and this thing works great. I mean, my knives come out like you can just like slice paper with it. So that's pretty cool. That was a good thing for me to spend the gift card on, because I like to do cooking here at the house, and I haven't done as much since V's been gone, but I still do like to cook and do some things in the kitchen. And I love to have a sharp knife. I mean, that's a pet peeve of me, to have a dull knife. Even my steak knives, I like to have sharp where I can just slice right through my meat. I always got to have a sharp knife, so that knife sharpener is going to come in real handy, and I have used it. But I don't know what I'm going to spend the rest of these on. I had a gift card for Joann. That's like a woman's store, yarn and sewing stuff and fabrics and craft stuff. And I went through that whole like craft area. I grabbed a couple of jigsaw puzzles, and that was all I could find. I still have, $40 left on that Joann card, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, because there's nothing there that interests me. I don't know. I guess I'll have to give that to my daughter as well. Well, speaking of my daughter, she got me this cool thing. This is a camera, like a video camera, and I can control it with my phone. So I've got the app on my phone, and it shows right where I got the camera aiming over there in the corner, where I can keep an eye on the cats, because that's what their litter box is. And then there's this control knob at the bottom. So when I push it, it actually will scan around. The whole camera turns. Pretty cool. The only problem is, as you see, it screws into a light bulb socket. So if I turn the kitchen lights off, the app doesn't work anymore on my phone. it doesn't record. It won't work. You have to have power to it for it to work. And I can't leave my kitchen lights on all the time. But originally she said, well, you can put it out on the front porch. Well, out on my front porch, my light fixtures really don't work for that. Those are the light fixtures. And even the receptacle kind of goes sideways. So even if I took the lens or the cover off of there, the camera would be sitting sideways and it still wouldn't even work right. So, and there's no other, receptacles on the wall or anything to put it on. So it really won't work out here for a security camera unless I rigged up some kind of a receptacle for it, and ran a cord to it or something. Where it has to have power all the time though for it to work. So, but it is a pretty cool little unit. Needless to say, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's pretty cool, but I just wish I had a better application for it, a better way to use it. The other thing I picked up online was this roping, asbestos roping, and that'll go in the door of the wood burner to seal it. The old roping that's in there is smashed and it's years old, and it's not sealing the door airtight anymore. So I'm going to replace it with this new stuff. The only problem is, like right now, that wood burning stove is hot. It's really hot, and I have to take the doors off to do that, and it's way too hot to do that. I'm gonna have to wait until the thing completely cools down someday, when I can take the doors off of it and pull the old roping out. I'm probably gonna have to scrape it out of there with a screwdriver or something, and then replace that roping in there to get a good seal on the door. But right now, there's not much I can do with it until the stove cools down. It's blowing out some good hot air. I also keep this is one of these oil heaters, just like an electric radiant heater. It just puts out, the heat just kind of rises off of it. That's on all the time, and that way if the wood burning stove goes out, at least there's some supplemental heat. It's not enough to heat the house, but it just keeps it moderately from getting freezing cold in here, if you know what I mean. So yesterday I went, down the driveway with the chainsaw, and on the south side of my driveway there's a bunch of dead ash trees, and they were somewhat suspended. They had fallen, but they weren't laying on the ground. So I went in there and I cut up a bunch of those, and I carried them up and put them on the front porch for firewood. But as of yesterday, it was only 17 degrees out. I mean, it's cold right now, but it was cold yesterday. And you'll see this wind with the wind chill. It doesn't help any. It makes it even colder out. Of course, I'm not dressed to be outside, but I'm not staying out here very long. I'm just coming out here to show you my wood pile. But the problem is, some of this wood, you see there's ice on it, frozen, because it snowed, and the stuff had snow on it, and it rained the week before, so there was ice on the logs. So when I brought the wood in the house and put it in my wood burner, it was like trying to cook a frozen chicken. You know what I mean? I put a frozen log in there, and it just took forever for that thing to thaw out where it would actually start burning. So it was hard to get the house warm today. But temperatures are supposed to go up this week into the almost up to 50 degrees on a couple days. So that's awesome, and that'll melt off, anything that's on those logs and help to dry them out a little bit so that they'll burn. But I shouldn't even need much wood next week with the temperatures going up anyways. So aside from that, there really hasn't been a whole lot going on around here. I talked to my mom the other day. She called me, and she's funny because she says, I'm just returning your call. You just tried to call me." "No, I didn't try to call you." "Oh, I thought you tried to call me." I said, "No, I didn't try to call you, but I said, that's fine. I'm fine. I'm just sitting around. I'll talk to you anyways." And then she admits later, "No, I was just lonely, so I just thought I'd give you a call." Yeah, she's like that. Trying to trick me into thinking, that she's returning a call. No, she's calling me, but that's fine. I mean, I know how what loneliness is because I'm lonely around here too. I love getting a phone call, and having somebody to talk to. In fact, Val's sister called me today and talked to me for like an hour, and that was just, that lifts my spirit because I feel close to Val's sister, obviously. So, yeah, I don't mind talking. But anyway, my mom and I were talking, and she was reminding me how many years ago, her and my father got suckered into one of these seminar things you go to. And, I get these postcards in the mail all the time, and it looks like, and it'll say, "Free dinner on us," and there's a picture like a filet mignon on the postcard with a sprig of broccoli and maybe a little baked potato on the side, and it looks like a really good meal. And it'll say, "The meal's on us, join us at the Holiday Inn, blah, blah, blah," or some so-and-so steakhouse on, February 28th for a free dinner on us, and seminar on spending your money wisely or something like that. So anyway, they got suckered in. They went to this thing, and they ended up in a high pressure timeshare thing, and they went ahead and signed up for this timeshare in Florida. So, they went down to Florida and they stayed in this timeshare, but as they learned later, it was really, really hard to book a time to stay in this timeshare because other people stayed there too. So you had to schedule it way in ahead of time to land the week that you wanted. Otherwise, you're out of luck. Well, they had finally they decided, this is too much. We don't go to Florida that much anyway, so we got to get out of this timeshare. And it was really, really hard for them to get out of. But, I get these postcards all that, and I just got one the other day, and it reminded me of when we went to one of these. We got suckered into it. They said, you'll get a free set of kitchen knives if you attend our seminar. And it was some kind of money market deal, some kind of fund they wanted you to put your money into. And I thought, oh, wow, I like knives. I'll go there and listen to the spiel and get a free set of kitchen knives. That sounds pretty cool to me. So we went and sat through this boring seminar on how we should put our money into this guy's money market fund, into his stock fund, and how much money it was going to make, and what a great thing it is to do for retirements. So, we kind of, we're not interested, but we'll take the set of steak knives anyways. We sat through the seminar, and when it was all over, they each handed us this little box, and I'm like, this doesn't look like a set of steak knives fits in here. And we open it up, and there was 4 steak knives in there. Not a kitchen knife set. There was 4 little cheesy steak knives with the plastic handles. I mean, I wouldn't even pay $1 for that at the flea market. That's how cheap they were. And I was just like, I got a little angry. I was like, wait a minute. This is the kitchen knife? This is no kitchen knife set. These are 4 cheap, you know, you could probably buy them at the Dollar Tree for $1. The whole set of 4 of them. That's how cheap they were. That's how you get roped into these things, you know. Don't waste your time. Even the ones that offer you a free meal, you go there and you're expecting, you know, that big juicy steak with all of the stuff on the side, and you get this little tiny steak, you know, like a little flat iron steak, and you get some broccoli that's still crunchy, you know, that's not even cooked all the way soft, and a little tiny baked potato. Yeah, not even enough to fill up one of my legs. So, and I got a hollow leg. I like to eat. So you know, those are disappointing too. Anyway, my mom had reminded me of that stuff, and I just thought it was amusing to remember how I even got suckered into some of those things. Never again. Never again. You know, if you want something, if you're interested in refinancing or doing something with your money, do your own research. Don't go to these seminars, because all they want to do is they want your money. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, that's all I got for today. You know, with the weather being so cold, I mean, it is nice out, sunny, so it looks like a beautiful day. But with the wind and the temperatures being down in the teens, puts the wind chill probably down around 0 or -0. I'm going to actually walk down to the mailbox and get my mail. And that's as far as I'm going to do outside today. And then next week, temperatures are going way up, so you know, I'll get back outdoors and be able to do some stuff. I'm not working out in the man cave either, because it's not even worth me trying to heat the place up out there when it's this cold. I'd just be wasting a lot of energy. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel and stick around for this ride. Thanks for all your support. Until next time, cats. We'll catch you all later.